Before the end of the Roman Empire, there were hard times. During the 1st century AD, some Germans came, and so some attacks occurred to Nîmes, and the population has been reduced at this time.
Those that control the water also have political control. If the water is not available the way people need it, that can cause political turmoil and the empire might fall.
I think there's pretty good evidence that civilizations have suffered and sometimes collapsed and disappeared because of lack of water. There are strong connections between our hydrology, between droughts and floods and extreme events and water scarcity and political conflict.
There are a few different multi-century Chinese dynasties that collapsed at a time coincident with drought. We saw the collapse of the Roman Empire, perhaps because of drought. We saw the Mayan collapse in the 900s.
Civilizations in the early southwestern United States disappeared because of what we now understand to have been very long duration droughts.
And I've thought a lot about this. Why is it that something that we all agree would be extremely catastrophic, why are we not banding together on this? And I think part of it might be the overwhelming it's almost impossible to imagine, right? A city out of water. The question is, how likely is it that a drought is gonna go on to that length of time? In Texas, I would say it's 100% likely. It's just a matter of when. It's hot here. It's not just about your shower, it's about just, living in a comfortable way.
There is natural climate change. We know that wet areas have sometimes been drier and dry areas have sometimes been wetter over very long periods of time. We also know that human civilization is influencing desertification and overusing local water resources. Climate change is happening on a much faster time scale than some of these ancient long-term changes in climate that we've seen. In the 21st century, if we're going to manage our resources in a sustainable fashion, we have to manage those resources together. We have to think about water and energy and ecosystems and all of the other things we care about as a whole rather than as separate, isolated resources.